We are following breaking news right now at 1 p.m. 4 people have been hit by a U-Haul truck in Brooklyn. And new surveillance video here shows that U-Haul driving into a bike lane, and then later it drove onto a sidewalk. That driver was eventually taken into custody after a chase by police. And we continue to follow this situation as it unfolds. We have team coverage starting with News 4's Adam Harding. He's live on the street there at Hamilton Avenue, Columbia Street. That's in Red Hook, Adam, where the chase ended and the driver was arrested. At this point, what do we know about potential motive here?
Right. That is certainly the question that is on the mind of so many in this Brooklyn community, is what was the motive behind this rampage that came to an end here in Red Hook? We expect to get those answers potentially just in the next few minutes. The NYPD calling a news conference. We've actually since moved in the last 10 minutes a little bit closer to where investigators are. And we can also show you a slightly closer look up of where this U-Haul ended up here on Columbia Street in Hamilton, right here in Red Hook. If you're familiar with the area, it's right on the other side of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. So if you're coming through this area, just a word of warning, you'll want to avoid this area as the investigation stretches several city blocks. As we've been talking about all morning and into the early afternoon, Adam, there are several crime scenes. This all began late this morning in Bay Ridge when, according to sources, that van struck 3 people. They were riding, it's believed to be some type of mopeds. The van continued on through Sunset Park, where at least another person was struck. So this would be a 4th victim here. That victim, we understand, critically injured at this point. That police chase taking all the way throughout the morning through several parts of Brooklyn, coming to a crashing end here in where we are in Red Hook. You can see an NYPD cruiser. Certainly seems like it boxed in that U-Haul van, which is up on the sidewalk here outside of a building. As I mentioned, we should be getting answers just in the next few minutes from the NYPD. The big question is, what was the motive in all of this? Certainly a frantic morning, a frightening moment for so many as they see this van striking a number of people, according to sources throughout the city. As for the motive, that is what so many are waiting to hear. The suspect, according to our sources, is a 62-year-old Weng K. Soor, taken into custody at this point. Massive police response, Adam. We are going to stay here throughout the afternoon, and again, we will be listening in just a few moments here with the NYPD as they provide an update. We'll send things back to you in the studio.
Okay, and we'll bring that to everyone live here on News 4. Adam, thank you so much. You mentioned the multiple crime scenes. One of them is in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. That's where we find News 4's Paisley Chang with the latest on that scene. Paisley, what can you tell us?
Adam, a terrifying morning from people in Bay Ridge here to Sunset Park. We are at one of the locations where this U-Haul truck driver struck. I'm going to step out of the way. This is 4th Avenue and 55th Street. You can see that police have cordoned off this area. Highway detectives are here taking measurements and pictures, as well as trying to piece this together. But we were able to obtain security video, which shows the truck clearly driving into the bike lane, striking a man on an e-bike or a moped and driving over him. We've frozen the video at that point. The video also goes on to show the truck trying to strike another cyclist, but he luckily got out of the way. Police say the bicyclist is critically injured and at Lutheran Hospital. Now, before he made it to Sunset Park, police say this driver of the U-Haul truck began his rampage in Bay Ridge. There, he struck 3 males on mopeds. Witnesses describe the terror as they watch this U-Haul drive up the sidewalk and into innocent people.
Because he not tried to stop. He stopped because another car was in front of him, and that's what I see.
And you saw the U-Haul truck run over the bicyclist?
Yes. After that, we had a chance to take the license plate and give it to the police office.
Now, about a handful of detectives have just arrived at the scene. This is a very active investigation, and like Adam said, we are all curious about the motive of this driver. These witnesses that told us it was terrifying to watch because it seemed like he was deliberately trying to find people to hit with the truck, driving up the sidewalk at one point. And, of course, everyone here is trying to understand why he would want to do that. We are live in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Paisley Chang, News 4 New York.
Yeah, a lot of questions about that, Paisley. Thank you. In that video, so difficult to watch where you see the truck run over that man. The guy allegedly behind the wheel of the U-Haul, we're getting more information about him as we speak. Chief investigative reporter Jonathan Deans tells us he has a history with police. What can you tell us about this potential suspect here?
Well, Weng K. Soor is his name. We're told he's 62 years old, born in 1960, and that dating to 2019, he's had at least one call about him to the police regarding an emotionally disturbed person. There may be additional calls as well. He also may have had a speeding infraction in that vehicle within the last week. All that paperwork is still being reviewed, but that's the preliminary information that police are working off of. Emotionally disturbed person is the leading theory, according to 3 law enforcement officials who we've spoken with. Again, what he was doing in that van, whether he was living in that van or what he was using it for, unclear. The bomb squad was called in and did do a complete search of the van, of the vehicle, as a precaution. Nothing found inside that U-Haul that was of added concern. Obviously, the U-Haul striking 4 people, one of them critically injured, in the hospital at this time, and the investigation very much ongoing. We are hearing that the suspect, Mr. Soar, may have been in New York just since 2018, 2019, and that he may have a previous address in Las Vegas. Police are working on that background information about him as well. All this happens to be taking place while in federal court in Lower Manhattan, there is a terrorism trial going on where a driver convicted for driving along the West Side Highway and mowing down bicyclists several years ago. There does not appear to be any linkage. It's coincidental. That is the leading information we have right now. And again, this appears to be the actions of an emotionally disturbed person, that according to law enforcement officials we've spoken with. But again, as for any specific motive, that investigation very much ongoing.
Quite a coincidence there for sure, Jonathan. Here as prosecutors now seek the death penalty for Sayfullo Saipov, who used also a U-Haul truck to mow those pedestrians down on the west side in 2017. A question for you about how this may have all began. What do we know? What are you hearing from your law enforcement sources about how this may have started, all the mayhem that unfolded this morning here in Brooklyn?
I believe it was the initial traffic accident on 5th Avenue, and that resulted in police then trying to find and follow that vehicle. Then there was the second incident where along 4th Avenue where additional pedestrians were hit, and then the chase continued, and they eventually brought that van to a stop, as you were describing and as Adam was describing, pinned against a wall by police vehicles and surrounded. The suspect taken into custody almost immediately after that vehicle was stopped around 11:30, 11:45 this morning. He is in custody at the 68th precinct being questioned at this time.